Hello our features, welcome back to LinkedFusion Academy. This is Darshit from LinkedFusion, and in this video tutorial we are going to cover how you can set up a Pipedrive integration with LinkedFusion using Zapier. And now I'm going to show you how you can integrate LinkedFusion with Pipedrive CRM and populate your leads. Now, so here are the few things that you will be needing to do this integration. The very first thing would be a LinkedFusion account. The next thing would be a Pipedrive account where you will be storing all your leads and creating the deals out of them. And the last thing would be the Zapier. We are going to use Zapier as a bridge to connect LinkedFusion and Pipedrive. So let's get started with the Zapier thing. We need to create our first Zap. So let's click on make a Zap. We will look for webhooks. And I will click on catch hook in here, click on continue, and it gives me a URL. Now what is this webhook? So webhook is a place where, or a URL using which one software can transfer data to another software. So we are going to copy this URL, and LinkedFusion is going to use this URL to transfer data to Zapier. Now we will go inside webhooks and replace this URL. So I will paste this new URL which I copied from here inside the webhooks and click on test webhook and save. Okay, so once you click on the button, the sample data will be pushed to Zapier, and now we can click on test trigger, and you can see that there is this Joey Tribbiani sample data in here. So that's done. Now we can click on continue, and the sample data has been selected. Now next step to do is to select Pipedrive CRM and create a new contact or a new person inside the Pipedrive. Now if you need to create an organization and then assign the prospect to that particular organization, you can do that as well. So first we will select the Pipedrive app, and in here you can see it says create deal, create activity, create person. If you go down it says create product. It also has an option to create an organization. So every time a new prospect gets enrolled to your Pipedrive CRM, and if it belongs to a different company or an organization, if you need to create new organization every time, you can click on create organization and create a new organization every time, and then the next step will be to add a new person. But to keep it simple for this use case, I will be using create person directly without having any organization, and then I will click on continue. Now I need to select my Pipedrive account. If you don't have your Pipedrive connected with Zapier, then it will show you a little sign in button over here. You can click on there and connect your Pipedrive with Zapier. I already have connected mine, so it shows me my account in the drop down, so I can simply go and select my account and then click on continue. Okay, now here in the next step it asks me that to customize the person. So the first thing to do over here is to add a name to your prospect or name to your lead which you want to create. So we can look for full name, and that's what I'm going to call my prospect. I will be adding a prospect by his full name. Now the next field is the owner. If you select this, you get a drop down with the owner of the Pipedrive account. Now if you're going to work in a team, or if you have your Pipedrive for team accounts, so you will be seeing all the team members of your team in here in this drop down. So you need to select your name and make it the owner. Now next comes the organization. So if you already have some organizations created inside Pipedrive, you will see them over here and you can directly select them. But if you don't have, so as I mentioned earlier, if you want to keep it all automated, you can add a step above this one to create a new organization and assign the organization over here. Now the next step will be to add an email address, so I will do that. The next one is to add a phone number, so I will do that as well. So look for phone number, and here it is. The next thing is the label. So if you have some labels created inside your Pipedrive, you can assign some custom labels or not. Then Pipedrive gives you this four labels. I will select warm lead. So whenever a prospect is added to my Pipedrive, that means that lead is warm and I should try to close it out. Now visible to, I will click on owner only, because I don't want to share my leads which I am generating with my entire team. So I will only keep my leads visible to the owner only, and click on continue. Now the next thing is to click on test and continue, and it says the test has been created. Now if I go inside Pipedrive and click on contacts people, I can say that see that a new contact by the name of Joy Shubiani, the sample data has been created. Now what I need to do next is I need to create one more step saying click on turn editing, back to setup. The next step would be Pipedrive once again, and I want to add the prospect or the person which I create inside my deals. So to do that, we need to create a deal. Continue. Again, select your Pipedrive account and click on continue again. Now here it asks you to add a name. Now if you go inside my Pipedrive and see that I prefer to use such kind of formatting, the place from where the lead has been generated and the name of the lead. So I'm going to use that format one more time. So let's say LinkedFusion lead, and then I'm going to put a pipe sign, and then I would prefer to have the full name of the person. So I'll put this. So this way it will say LinkedFusion, and every time a new contact is being added to the deal, it will replace the name with the full name. Creation date, I will look for time. You can see that over here, and this gives you the date and time on which the contact was or contact had accepted your invitation. Now status, I will put this as open. Stage. So now your Pipedrive has 5 stages. Now it depends up to you that to which stage you like to add a deal every time. I prefer to add it inside lead in, but if you want to add the leads inside contact made, you can select the stage over here as contact made, but in my case I will put lead in. Again it asks me to select the owner, and again it will be me. Organization, we don't have an organization yet, so I will skip this. Now it asks me to look for person. Now you can see that here are the 3 persons, but if you select any one of these, it is going to always create this person inside or associate the deal to this particular person. So what I need to do is I will go inside custom, I will click on this drop down, and I will look for some ID, a field called ID. And if you go down, there is this field called ID inside Pipedrive. Oops, I did it twice, so I'll just remove this one. You need to add the ID one time. So this means what this means is that you are associating the contact with a certain ID as your deal. Probability, I would like to configure it manually when the deal has been created. Currency and all those things would be the later on part. The label, again, if you have some label, you can tag your deal with that label. And visible to groups and groups below. Now I will owners visibility group. So I would like to show my group what deals I have, so that my supervisors can also check how many deals I have inside my demos and how many proposals I have made. So I prefer to keep it visible to groups, and I can click on test and continue. And yeah, now it says that test has been successful, and now here we can see that a new deal has been created by the name of Joey Tribbiani. Now let's go back here, click on done editing, and I will turn on the Zap. Thanks. Okay, so now the Zap is on. Now the next step to do is go inside LinkedFusion, click on sequences, and create a new sequence. Now to create a new sequence, you can click on add new, click on invitation sequence. So inside the invitation sequence, I will like to give a title to this sequence. So let's say CEO and founders in SaaS from in UK region, let's say. I will set my business hours as full day, so I would like to send them the messages entire day. I will turn on the Zapier. Now this is the crucial thing if you're going to use Zapier. You need to turn on the switch and specify which triggers you want to push the data outside of LinkedFusion. So only check the triggers that you want to use. Now if you only want to create contact inside Pipedrive when somebody accepts your invitation on LinkedIn or a prospect accepts your invitation on LinkedIn, you can only check invitation accepted. If you want to use two of them, such as invitation accepted and response received, you can check two of them or either one. It depends up to your use case. But for now I will select invitation sent because I don't need to wait till somebody accepts my invitation. So just for the sake of this demo tutorial, I will select invitation sent, but in the real case scenario you will be selecting invitation accepted or response received. Now this is done, so I will click on next. The next step would be to add your target URL. Now for this you need to go inside your LinkedIn account, look for your prospects, so apply some keywords, let's say CEO or founder. I will give quotes over here, and this all needs to be in the uppercase. Okay, and I will put SaaS, and let's look for. Okay, so I get too many results right now, so I will filter this out by selecting second and third. I will select the location as, let's look for United Kingdom. So here is United Kingdom. I will click on apply. Now I still have too many results, so I will go inside all filters, and I will use these titles. I will click on apply, and there's something wrong with LinkedIn. Let's try this again. Okay, let's use this again. Click on apply, and yeah, it gave me some thousand results now. So again, it's too many, so I will go inside all filters, apply some services, and again, let's see. Okay, now it gives me 73k results. Still, it's too many. Oh, I forgot to apply the location itself. Okay, now the results has been reduced to 2700. I think I should still apply a few. Okay, this result seems good, 800 results. Now what we need to do next is copy the search URL. So all the results will be copied in with this URL. Now once you paste it over here, LinkedFusion knows which prospects to contact, and let's go to the next page. Now the next step is to add the messages. Set connection message. I already have created a template, so I'm directly going to use my templates. But if you want, you can write down your messages in the text box and then add them. It's up to you, but I already have templates, so I'm going to use my own templates. And one more follow-up, and there we go. Now the sequence seems complete. I will like to wait for 15 minutes. once the prospect has accepted the invitation, and then try to send the next follow-up message. And I will like to wait for 4 days and then send the second follow-up message, if to ask him that did he got my last message or did he get a chance to check my last message. I will put 10 days over here. Now this field basically tells you that how many days would you like to wait once the prospect has not accepted your invitation. So basically your invitation will remain in pending state for 10 days and then it will be automatically withdrawn. So once everything is set up, you can click on submit button. This will submit your prospects, submit your sequence. Now the sequence has been saved. You can click on add prospects to your sequence by adding 50 in here, or any number, the number that you want to reach out to per day, and then click on start button. So this will start your sequence, and now in a minute or two it will start sending the invitations out. So let's wait for a few minutes and see if the invitation goes out, and then we will check inside Pipedrive and see whether a new contact and a deal has been created at the same time. Alright, so now we can see that invitation has been sent out. Now we will go inside Pipedrive. I will go inside people and we see that a new contact has been created. Let's go and check inside the sequence. And yes, we have this contact over here. And when we go inside Pipedrive, the prospect has been created. When I click on deals, you can see that the same contact or the deal with the same contact has been created as well. So this is how you build a Pipedrive integration with LinkedFusion, and this is how you can manage your integration by sending out data from LinkedFusion to your Pipedrive and manage your deals. So I hope this video was helpful to you, this integration was helpful to you, and if you have any questions related to this integration, feel free to leave your questions in the comment below, or you can ask us the questions inside our support chat over here. You can drop your questions related to your integration questions and we will assist you solve your problems. So I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.